right, good morning, guys. So, like I said, let's do this in like 10 or max 15 minutes. And I might have to stop it super quick because there's a big water leakage in my basement, and the plumber just coming for to fix it. So I have to make it quick. All right, so let me share the screen, and I'll try to focus on the situational awareness part. And I shared the good stuff already in the Focuslist channel if you want to look at it. But yeah, basically, I think the market is still setting up that still anticipation setup, which could morph into a new uptrend. We don't know. But what I like is QQQE. QQQE is try to push against the 21 EMA. And we had good support in the gap kind of structure. And yeah, we had basically two chances to reject that 21 EMA structure that we were retesting. But each time it seems that we found some support, and we want to go higher with a new high against yesterday. You look at the Qs, and the Qs are showing. So sometimes I like to go and look at both, right, to kind of gain a bit more information. And the Qs are showing that perfect 21 DMA reclaim and backtest setup. So we had that reclaim, and in the last 2 days that backtest. So mega caps, what it means is mega caps are leading the broader Nasdaq 100, and that shows in the QQQ chart. So that's constructive, but we'll need to confirm that push out of the 21 DMA structure on the QQQE today. And yeah, sorry, I just lost the screen. Let me share that. All right. And yeah, so I basically want to see the same thing on QQQE, right? I want to see a 21 DMA structure reclaim, which would be kind of the first test. And then we could expect some kind of back testing action in the next few days once the reclaim is done. Will that play out this way, or we need to reject the 21 EMA, maybe find support again in that structure, build that higher low structure on the right side, and then we tighten up, build some kind of range for a possible move next week. So that's the things that I will look today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, and next week as to how we trade around the 21 DMA structure on the QQQE. So unless that we really roll over and we start to break that structure, and we start to make a new low, and eventually we break that base structure, we're still building that base. We're still showing constructive basing and digesting action. So I want to remain optimistic. There's still liquid leaders that are setting up, showing good action. So if you take, I don't know, AMD, like all the runners that I closed, AMD support higher low in the 21 DMA structure. Micron just keeping making new highs after new highs, and there's plenty more. So when you see the leaders acting well, respecting their 21 DMA structure, we see QQQE trying to reclaim that 21 DMA structure, the Qs having that reclaim and backtest setup, um, and then adding some conviction to my kind of anticipation setup is also to see the credit spreads breaking below a declining 21 DMA structure and starting to live below. We also have the VIX with a potential first close below the 21 DMA structure. So volatility is slowly getting off the market. Bitcoin lagging for many weeks, let's say. Um, and maybe that was the shakeout needed. And now it seems that we might form the high low and the right side needed to maybe reclaim the 21 DMA structure, reclaim that base structure as well, and show much more constructive action. If we want the market to work and to see bread coming, we really need to see Bitcoin. That's kind of a risk on asset to track. And unless that we have Bitcoin doing good and showing good momentum in an uptrend, then we'll remain likely in a choppy and in hard penny market. All right, and last thing that I wanted to show you, which is kind of in my thought process to assess the market, is all right, if we go into TradersLab, so what I like to look, you know me, we go into the NASDAQ, that's what I trade. And if we just keep to all markets, right? So we have a valid hookup on the McClellan summation on 3 of the 4 markets that we track, right? So we have the S&P 500 hooked up. We have the NYSE hooked up. Russell 2000 small caps hooked up. And NASDAQ, which is what I use, it is what I use to track and make my trading decision. It's lagging a bit. Yeah, that's right. But it just showing that we're getting into a potential hookup situation. Today, if we have good breadth into the market, we might see that hookup. And for me, that's a big signal in my system that I want to trade with an uptrending McClellan summation. It means that breadth is expanding. We have more advances than we have decliners on average each day. It means that we are in easy market. The win is at our back. That's what we want. That's when we want to trade, right? And when we want to have size as well. So yeah, that's definitely something that I will look closely today to see that hookup. And keep in mind, all new uptrends start with a McClellan summation hookup, but not all hookup leads to a new market uptrend. So we do have a nice McClellan oscillator hookup from the oversold. That was kind of the signal of the anticipation setup and why I engaged. And now we need to see it flip up and start those nice trending period. That's when we make huge money. Look at April. Yes, we were more oversold, and maybe that's what needed if the market doesn't work as set up right now. Maybe we need to further decline and contract to be really oversold. But we can see some nice uptrend even if we are higher. Sorry. So we need to see those trending condition. That's when market is really easy to make, and that's what we want to trade, right? So yeah, definitely something that I'm watching. Also, breadth extensions. If we look at breadth extensions, so stocks above their 5 DMA, not yet overbought, but are now positive. And we have a stack up of a pretty oversold condition on short-term to long-term breadth extensions. So for me, that's another signal that we might see some nice action if the market start to finally trend higher. That we could see nice action into year end. So that's what I'm looking today, guys. Unfortunately, I won't have the time to go into my portfolio and the focus list, but just quickly. So focus list for me, clack on that reversal pivot. I have CLS, so you have that reversal pivot, but ideally on weakness on a higher low. And Intel building higher lows in the 21 day structure. You can look at that daily reversal pivot. All right, so guys, my plumber is here, so unfortunately I will have to cut this short. I wish everyone a very good day, and if there's a need to do another session later in the day, I should be able to get there. So all right, take care everyone, have a good day, and good luck in the market today.